Hello, I've received a lot of emails recently from fans talking about my Further Than Feelings music video that I directed. So I thought I'd do a little video explaining the choices I made. So let's have a look at the first email. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms of conventions of real media products? Well, I wanted to show aspects of our artist lifestyle to portray regional identity. We constructed a working class image through the use of mise-en-scène. We plan to film in Halifax town centre and release attractive places to show the artist in gritty reality. Our artist clothes also show him as working class. We followed indie conventions. Dark jeans, a hoodie and minimum branding are all common in indie music videos, and we aim to replicate this style. We chose our actor to fit the indie genre. He was prepared to grow a beard, and his height and build, along with his fairly messy hairstyle, fits the role he had to play. One convention we were keen to follow was repeating shots during the chorus. Our narrative also follows indie conventions. First we show our artist in happy relationship. However, this soon breaks down, but there is a happy ending at the end when our artist visits the girl. We left the narrative unfinished to intrigue the audience. The ending in some ways is similar to Jake Bugg's video for Two Fingers, leaving an ending in such a way as this that it leaves the possibility of linking music videos together with the same characters. Lana Del Rey uses this style successfully in a number of her videos, using the same male character to tell a narrative. We also used flashbacks to add an extra dimension to the narrative, to create more of an identity for our protagonist. Flashbacks of memories of a girl are also used in Newton Faulkner's video, Dream Catch Me. Another convention is that the guitar played by the artist features throughout the video. This is similar to Jake Bugg's video, Two Fingers. We show our artist with his guitar on his back, and it takes it everywhere with him. This conveys to the audience that music means a great deal to our artist, which is a constant theme throughout the indie genre. And as the genre maintains music at its heart, despite this, the video dwells on a chapter in our artist's lifestyle, much like the Jake Bug video. But this gives the artist a personality, which the audience can identify and relate to, making him more appealing. The digipack and magazine advert also follows conventions. On the back of my panel of my digipack, I've placed production credits at the bottom, along with a barcode which a consumer would expect to find. On the magazine advert, I follow conventions of listing distribution outlets on the advert to allow my audience to find and purchase the album. I have used the logo of the companies, which is another convention of magazine adverts, and it allows the audience to recognise the brands. So on to the next email. How effective is the combination of your main product and ancillary tasks? My ancillary tasks were designed from the very start to match with the music video. The front digipack panel matches a working class theme that runs throughout my video and ancillary tasks, whereas in mainstream music videos the director may aim to show aspects of wealth such as cars. My video and digipack shows public transport. The bus stop on the digipack refers to the bus shots in the video, which adds consistency. The artist features both in the video and the digipack to make him more recognisable to the audience. In some shots in the music video, the actor wears the same outfit as he does on the magazine advert, again making him more recognisable and confirming his indie identity. Identified from Oasis and Olly Murs advertisements, the album cover indie artists use the same or similar image in their magazine adverts and front cover of their digipacks. This is so they become more recognisable to the audience. I have replicated this in order to create an identity for my artist. My advert and digipack have the same image of my artist leaning on a bus stop, creating more consistency. The fonts used throughout my ancillary tasks are consistent. I used only 3 different fonts which all fit their purpose. The main font on the front of the digipack also features the main font on the magazine advert. This text is the main focus of the image, and by keeping the font consistent, it allows the audience to recognise the artist far more effectively. In the video, there are several shots that take place in a park. My digipack photos show my artist in a scenic place. These images are designed to match each other. The idea was to show the artist on his own, reminiscing over times he had spent with the girl that features in the video. The front panel of my digipack matches the busking scenes, as it is a similar location with similar colours. So on to the next email. What have you learnt from your audience feedback? Before we start to shoot our video, I ran the general idea of the video and the narrative past several people that the video was aimed at. The feedback overall was positive. Our next collection of feedback was for our first draft of our music video, and again, it was mostly positive. Our audience found our narrative clear and engaging. We put a sepia effect on the memory shots, but it was conclusive from our feedback that this didn't work, and so we decided to ditch the sepia effect and instead added subtle colour correction. The variety of shots we employed got good feedback, particularly the shots in the park scene where we made use of varieties of camera movements. We were also told that the lip syncing was a fraction off, particularly on the bridge scene during the chorus. We had to reshoot these shots to correct our mistakes to allow the lip syncing to be perfect. The main criticism of our video was that there were several continuity errors. This was due to a breakdown in communication between the editor and I. We made use of audience feedback throughout the process of making our video, and I also employed this on my ancillary task. Regarding my ancillary task, the first time I asked for feedback, I was prompted to change the font at the top of the magazine advert and the front of my panel on my digipack. This made it look more professional, as the font fitted the image of the artist. I also changed the colour of the font on my magazine advert from black to white. This made the font stand out more and contrast the image. I also put a slight shadow effect on the text to enhance it further. On the front panel of my digipack, as well as changing the font of my text, I also changed its positioning to a more central position and size. After feedback that it wasn't as noticeable as it could be, I also cropped the image for my digipack front cover in order to centralise our artist to make clear that he is the star. After feedback that my framing wasn't quite right on my original image, instead of reshooting, which wasn't possible due to limited time, I managed to crop the image and the issue was resolved. And the final email: how did you use media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages? We used a variety of shots with our camera, which was lent to us by our editor. We also used a tripod to keep the shots steady for shots that were required. However, to give it an indie feel, we sometimes abandoned the tripods on several shots and opted to hold the camera to give the video a handheld feel. We use close-ups on our artist's face and the guitar to add variety. Close-ups on instruments are often used in indie music videos to show that the music is more important than other factors of a musician's lifestyle. We mainly use medium shots in the performance sequence video to show the background and mise-en-scène in it to create a busking scene, but to add interest we threw in a few close-ups of the guitar and our artist's face. To make the video more appealing, we made use of different varieties of camera movement. I used tracking shots when filming the park scene to add pace and interest to the video. We also used zooming and panning. We used a tracking shot that rotated around the artist. This shows the mise-en-scène behind the artist and shows the working class image that we aim to show throughout. We use this in the chorus on the bridge in order to show the impressive surroundings. We used Sony Vegas to edit our video. The editing was done by our editor, and the rest of the group gave him constructive criticism to improve our video. He sped the footage up when the artist is standing still in traffic by increasing the playback rate to create the desired effect of time passing. We also stabilised some of the shots to give it more of a professional feel. We made sure that we edited the video to the beat so that the song fits with the video. We also edited the video to make the lip syncing as close as possible. I made my digipack using the same camera we used to film and Adobe Photoshop to edit the photos. I changed the contrast, lighting and put several effects onto the photos to make them feel more professional and increase clarity. I positioned the text and used different fonts to maintain consistency, both within the artist's identity and throughout my ancillary tasks. I also cropped the image to make the framing more appropriate and to adhere to conventions of the indie genre, which places the artist at the centre of the music. So that's all the emails I've received so far. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you